we're gonna head towards this. We are not going to get distracted by fighting a big machine. We are not going to get distracted by going to a bandit camp. I learned my lesson with Maker's End. We are going straight to the main objective. Hey everyone, welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. Previously on, we fought some Thunderjaws, including Redmaw. So Talana, we finished Talana's quest line, and she is now Sunhawk of the Hunter's Lodge. And I don't know if that gives Aloy any special titles within the Hunter's Lodge, because I'm assuming that since Assis died, his thrush becomes a hawk and he gets to take on a thrush of his own. Like, I don't think Aloy gets that spot. She would only get that spot if Talana died, which we don't want to happen, because Talana's very cool. And today we are heading straight to Sunfall, because we've cleaned up all the side quest loose ends. There's no more loose ends, and it's time to get some answers. I'm ready to figure out what happened, everything that's happened. The quest log, like the description for the quest, heavily implies that we are going to get answers today. And I'm very excited and very nervous in equal measure. Like, I know it's just going to be absolutely horrible. But I'm sure it won't be. You know what? I'm sure it won't be. I'm sure Elizabeth just turned the machines off and back on again. And then they were fine and under control. And everything's actually fine. And it's not a post-apocalyptic nightmare. It's fine. Before we head anywhere, I do want to talk about some stuff I did off camera between episodes. One being, Aloy now has the heavy Nora Protector outfit, and, oh, that's the wrong button. Talking about the new equipment, and I'm pressing the wrong button. So I bought the Shadow Sling, that Shadow Sling that I was so excited about for a while, and so we now have shock bombs, freeze bombs, fire bombs, and the Shadow Warbow. So we now have access to corruption arrows, which turn machines hostile to everyone. And I'm sure it won't work on already corrupted machines, but it might be useful in, like, later quests. But I got an interesting new piece of information, because today's kind of, it's the last time I get to do any wild speculation, so I want to get theories out. But one of the things that I discovered between episodes was the Shadow Warbow required a trampler heart. So I went and started hunting some tramplers, at which point discovered that I hadn't fought a trampler yet. And we'll just start heading that way while I speculate. Hadn't fought a trampler before, so, and the trampler was the last machine that I hadn't killed one of yet, so I got the 4th trophy for, like, killing one of each of the machines in each class. So the 4th class is the Acquisition class. So the 4 classes of machines are Acquisition, Transport, Reconnaissance, and Combat, and one of those things is definitely not like the others. So I still think that the machines were designed by either by Sobek herself or by Sobek's team, because Sobek is a robotics engineer. Like, she invented machines to help deal with climate change, and, like, that's her field. It's logical to assume that her solution to this problem would be machines. So I think she designed the animal machines to help humans after the apocalypse, to help, like, reconstruct society, because you've got the reconnaissance machines that are keeping an eye on things, that's like the Watchers and the Longlegs. You've got the acquisition machines that go and, like, recycle good resources or gather resources, and you've got transport machines that move people and things places. But that kind of leaves the combat class, because Bryn, the first vision we got from Bryn said that all the machines were part of the same network originally. And then that connection was severed, which is when they became, like, no longer friendly to humans. So I think it was originally intended that they would act the way the machines did in that Banuk settlement that we visited, with, like, that little piece of tech that was making them all friendly. So I think that was the intended state for the machines, but then that got severed. And I'm also I'm trying not to take, like, everything Bryn says as, like, this is absolutely accurate, because Bryn is very clearly a sketchy Dark Souls NPC who wandered in here by accident. This is an extremely grounded science fiction game, and he is extremely fantasy, getting visions from drinking blood. But what he did say about the corruptors is corroborated by the information that we've been given by the people who made the corruptors. So he's at least partially accurate. So that kind of leaves the question of, like, what are the combat class machines for? Because, like, you don't design machines that are meant to fight if you don't have anything for them to fight. And, like, you know, what is the function of a stormbird? Why make a 30-foot wide murder bird that shoots lightning from its abdomen if you're not meaning it to fight anything? But then, the last vision we got from Bryn, here I am taking Bryn at face value, he said that the Thunderjaw were new, which implies that the cauldrons are creating new things that they weren't originally designed to make, which is also what Arend said when he first was telling us about the derangement. He said that about 20 years ago, the machines started getting more hostile, and that new, more deadly machines were being sighted. Now, humans seeing things for the first time and them being new are two different things. Like, they may just have been, like, you know, in hidden away places. But that kind of corroborates with Bryn saying that at least the Thunderjaw are new. And I was originally thinking that the derangement had something to do with Hades and the Eclipse resurrecting the Pharaoh machines. That, like, the cauldrons were like, oh, the Pharaoh machines are back online. This is a threat, we need to create bigger predator machines to fight things. But then Sobek said that, you know, you wouldn't send automated machines against the Pharaoh robots because they would just corrupt them. But I'm wondering if, since the cauldrons aren't connected to that central network anymore, I'm wondering if the cauldrons don't know that. Like, I'm wondering if the cauldrons are just like, this is a big threat and we need to meet that threat with a big machine. The other option is that humans were overhunting and the cauldron needed to create bigger machines to protect other machines. So that's where I am on the combat class. It's like, what are they meant to combat? So we'll see. Hopefully we get an answer for that. I still think that Aloy's birth in Allmother and the derangement are connected, so I think that Hades is the cause of the derangement. Because I think it, like, tripped something inside Allmother, and Allmother was like, oh, we need Sobek back. Have a Sobek. So that's where I am on the machines. Still think they were designed by Sobek. Where I am on the nature of Zero Dawn and humans, I'm not sure. My best guess is that people survived inside of Allmother, because that's corroborated by the Karja histories. And the Karja histories said that, like, everybody kind of, like, spread out from Noraland, so it makes sense because, like, Allmother is clearly a cauldron. And so my guess is whatever Sobek did to defeat the Pharaoh machines wasn't people were protected from it in Allmother. And my best guess on that is an EMP, maybe? Because we know that the Pharaoh machines weren't destroyed, because they're being pulled fully formed out of the ground by the Eclipse. So, and, like, I don't know what's up with Hades, because why would you design an AI that just wants to resurrect machines that killed everything? Like, that feels like, it feels like Hades, like, whatever Hades' intended function is, he's malfunctioning. And, have we tried turning him off and back on again? So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure this will be horrible and sad. I mean, who are these people? Are these friends? Let's just start walking towards... Oh. The waypoint doesn't actually want us going that way. Oh, we're getting some, like... suspenseful music. Oh. Oh, we're getting suspenseful music because they're friends fighting that rock breaker. No. No. No, they can, Sorry, folks. You know, they've brought friends to help with them with that, right? We're gonna head towards this. We are not going to get distracted by fighting a big machine. We are not going to get distracted by going to a bandit camp. I learned my lesson with Maker's End. We are going straight to the main objective, and if we have time afterwards, we will go do something else. Maybe that tall neck on the map. Tall necks are cool. Broadhead. Oh, what is chasing me? Oh, oh dear. Oh, that's not good. That's extremely not good. That is the rock breaker seeing me and wanting to fight me. Hope that doesn't mean it's already killed those folks that were fighting it. That'd be unfortunate. But yeah, no, we're not getting distracted by anything, including getting eaten by a rock breaker. We're just gonna walk right past it. Ooh. Oh, wait a second. Do clans other than the Bannock do those? The only person we've seen make markings like that on, like, high places are the Bannock. But this can't be a Bannock settlement. This is too close to Sunfall. Huh. Okay. How much? Let me just grab a little more. A little more Ridgewood. A little more arrows.
Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Karja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this, Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
I'm sure we will. Also a nice sequel title drop right there. The Forbidden West. Alright. Okay, so if this is like where the Shadow Karja have posted up, are we just gonna be allowed to walk in? Should I be dressed like a Karja? No, I'm not talking to that person. I see you! Exclamation mark. We will come talk to you later. We will just remember that they are there. Go to Sunfall. Go to the Citadel Courtyard. Are they just gonna let me? Aren't I the enemy? You're just... Cool. Okay. Cool. Oh, sorry. Sorry, folks. Sorry. Okay. Single file on the stairs, please. Oh.
The symbol is grown too soft. Proud tradition.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least.
Got no stomach for killing other cards.
Okay. That was an interesting set of overlapping dialogues.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crash the network or not?
In theory, all should be well.
In theory. In theory, he says. Okay. Hello.
Used to walk by the same old man every morning, but
I'm a friend.
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Circulate. Circulate where?
Outlanders, if you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room.
Okay.
You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
Okay. That's...
Mercenary bottom feeders.
I'll take the shard. Another savage. Even if it means having to listen up. I hear the shadow.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna... We'll pretend that we're with them. This'll work. Alright, there's gotta be... Okay, there's gotta be data points around here, right? Oh, I did find another data point as well, off camera, so we'll do that
I didn't think that woman was
after
old.
we find some
That's from chills.
answers. No, no data points.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law!
Oh, he is a baby!
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair.
Not only did the wretch conspire to
You and I need to
infiltrate the
chat,
Citadel
little huntress.
and assassinate
The
the
green
one true
tent down
king,
in Shadowside?
but he refused
I'll
to
be waiting.
surrender when discovered
Kinda busy.
and fled. And in doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the safety
We both know
of
you're
the
no killer
king's
for hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see
Go
me
forth then,
while there's still
Outlanders,
time to save
and
him.
do the will of the sun.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from
Okay,
on high.
new side quest. We'll do that later.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an impression.
Is this not where I came in?
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. I'll just... Okay, that was not as bad as I thought. Oh. Oh. Yeah. This is fun. This is fun, Silence. Oh, exiting Sunfall. Where are we going? Okay.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Okay. This is the point of no return. There's no save point in here. You're gonna finish the quest if you go in. Hopefully that doesn't mean I get locked out of that side quest we just unlocked, but...
I'm
We'll
heading
see.
down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the Earth will lay bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
Oh. I was gonna say, that's gotta happen.
I underestimated you. I think by now
Oh yeah, that's gotta have consequences. Oops.
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
I mean, could we close the door behind us? Anything back here? No. This feels like a place we can't come back to, so hopefully I don't miss anything this time.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
I mean, I'm not surprised multiple systems are failing. It's 1,000 years old. I'm frankly amazed that the cauldrons are still running. What is this? Another incident. Uh-oh. Whatever that is, I missed it. Lounge staff corruption minimal. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As you've already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurtling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Very specific example. I can talk today. Yes, most of the candidates were reasonably calm and well behaved. We need to help handling exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Embryologists. That's interesting. Oh. Every time I forget that circle is not how I get out of the focus. But that's okay. We need it to be over here anyway. What is this? We need support too. Oh, there we go. Reception staff to admin. We need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing Zero Dawn candidates when they arrive in the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Lang bots are not sufficient. And mild sedatives for extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything else on the HUD. Let's medicine. There's going to be a big nasty boss at the end of this, isn't it?
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Beverages and snacks have definitely expired, but I I mean, these couches are in extremely good shape. I mean, they are fairly sheltered, but there's like a lot of water in here. So they're not that sheltered. What is in here? Mail from lounge staff, restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of organic cucumber, mint, or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond. And this time, no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Oh, that's a supply crate.
Full already.
I think we are fairly well stocked. I'm not, like, super worried, because, like, the recommended level for this quest is 18, and we're level 37. So I'm not, like, worried? Okay, soundproofing. Lounge staff. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting for their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. So that's the thing that I'm trying to, like, reconcile, is that clearly whatever Sobek did worked, because, you know, Aloy's here, people in Meridian are here, the Karja are here, right? You know, people are still here. But everyone who knows...
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
But everybody who knows what's going on with Project Zero Dawn, like actually knows what it is, knew that they were going to die. So they knew that whatever it wasn't going to save them, which I'm finding difficult to reconcile.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Oh, yes, please.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness.
No.
Harris, out.
Come back. What? No, finish explaining.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Come back. Explain yourself. All right, we gotta find something with Sobek. Okay, what? What the fuck? What? Okay, I mean, we knew that we were heading towards extinction. Ted? Fucking Ted. Okay, there's nothing else in this room. I'm not missing anything else in this room.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Where?
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? A tomb?
Can I pop up here and... Nope. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Ooh, there's a lot of data points in here. Can I, like... There we go. I want to come up here. Oh, darn. They're no longer in this room. I thought they were still here and I could just, like, snipe them from up here. Alright, let's go get these data points. Let's get this data point. Oh, that's an audio data point. Darn. Okay. Play.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
They needed someone to archive all the art. That's why she's there, isn't she? Okay. 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 Let's just have a nice fight with nice fight with some Shadow Garja. And oh, where is that data point?
There's no killing them. Find her.
Where are you? Okay. Right me. Where is everyone? Oh.
You previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, There were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Okay, I know that's extremely sad and really tragic, but also that's exactly how the cauldrons make machines. So we definitely used his subroutines or his data to make the cauldrons, because that's how the cauldrons make machines. Okay, where'd that guy go? Where'd that guy go? I wanna attack him. Ooh, can I do I have strike from above? I do. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna go in the notebook to play this. Because I have this feeling, is this Tom Peach? Is this the guy we just listened to? Oh no, it's not.
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
I like this Tom fellow. Okay. I'm gonna go in the notebook to listen to them, because guaranteed there's just gonna be like a courageous soldier that comes right up behind me as we're listening to it.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Was Sterling Malkeet the big, like, digital riot that we read about, I think? Okay, we got... Do we only have two enemies? Okay. Alright, let's see if I can... Let's see if I can sneak up on this guy. So that guy's gonna walk back over here, right? Oh, I don't have a lot of shards. Because I went shopping and bought new equipment. Oh, dang. Ow.
We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
Okay. Oh, resources supply box. Okay. Metal shards. Alright, so that's probably what they're all going to be dropping at this point. Okay.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Guidelines. Debriefing after Presentation 1, candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly, but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with the data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagement versus the swarm, Addendum B1, and the unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, Addenda C1, C2, C3. So you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so that the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Oh, that's... Candidates should be only cleared to proceed to Presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted. Okay.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Okay. That's not everything. Is that everything in here, though? Is there anything out? So this is like inside. Oh yeah, no, that's... So I don't think there's anything else up. Let's just double check up before we continue in deeper. I think I got everything else up here. What's in here? Resource sparkler. Okay. Let's resources. Let's disassemble some sparklers and pick up those sparklers. completely forgot about the fact that we need a ton of shards to fight effectively. Yeah, I think that's everything that's up here. Okay. And I recognize that each of those sparklers gave me a single shard, but I do have like tons of stacks of 100 of them, so hopefully we have enough resources. Let's have a look at what's over here. Hopefully we have enough resources that I can just disassemble things if I need to. Oh god, this is a maze. Oh no. I'm bad at these. Oh, okay. Aha.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
I don't think we did. I think they put Odyssey's embryonics technology in Allmother. And it was just in cryosleep, and it just... I don't know. Because, like, it doesn't sound like it's a viable planet. Continuing on.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia.
Gaia!
Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Okay, Aloy just asked a lot of questions that I was about to. Like, where did the Apollo thing go? Also, the symbol for the Apollo is the focus. And I tried to pause during that cutscene and it wouldn't let me. But, so, the Stormbirds, the function of the Stormbirds, who are my favorite, was to make oxygen. And to make the air clean again. How did they end up being horrible murder birds? And then the crocodiles, the stepmaws, they make water safe. So, okay, so none of the machines were designed by humans. They were designed by Gaia and it looked like Hephaestus. Which, yeah, have we tried turning Hades off and back on again? Because clearly he's part of this. But clearly he's part of this, but he's clearly malfunctioning because he wants to kill people. Okay, let's... The good news. The bad news and the good news. Okay, so if Gaia discovered the shutdown codes, it means that we didn't just, like, starve them out. Make your selection. You are now in possession of the information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. Participation. You'll be assigned a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware of the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. We'll be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week and your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family or 2 persons of your choosing will be transferred to Elysium, sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. That's creepy. That's creepy as shit, Zero Dawn. Oh. I don't love the number 3 I just uncovered. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you'll be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse to participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted to contact the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. The information you just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you're ready to make your choice, or if you have any further questions. I knew this was gonna be sad. I knew there was just many points where this was just gonna be brutal.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
I mean, buddy, your stuff saved everything, man. Like, he made the machines, like the cauldrons possible to make the machines. Where is this data point? Is it that? It is, okay. Counselor Guidelines Part 2. For debriefing after Presentation 2. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly without additional coercion without additional coercion. Oh, if you've gotten this far, you're gonna participate or we're gonna just confine you indefinitely. But, you know, it's important that you're participating willingly. Your options are participation or jail. That's definitely willingly. And without value judgment on the part of the counselor, confirm the candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation to Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, validate each objection as normal, even admirable responses, emphasize the value of the candidate's expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of their loved ones beyond 0 day. Balk at the morality of extending beyond 0 day, when everything gets destroyed. 0 day is not the new world, it's the end of the old world. Validate their hesitation, acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards the greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish, and allow access to supplemental articles G01 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period, during which the counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that it will not occur without repeated consent and when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be killed against his or her will. Candidates who elect for indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse the decision, after which the decision data are corrupted. So the other thing I noticed in Sobek's presentation was that tower that was the thing to send out the signal to deactivate the Pharaoh machines. That's definitely the tower that I keep seeing in the distance. and was like, hey, I'd really love to go see that. So I'm wondering if we're gonna go there during the plot. Like, I'm wondering if, like, the Eclipse have been using it.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Alert. Medical wing inaccessible.
Well, I'm not trying to go to the medical wing yet, synthetic voice.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Like, that's just genuine, complete shit. Is, you know, hey, please come view these documents. Like, please come view these videos. And then, no, once you've seen them, make a choice to... All of your choices are being here indefinitely. And, like... That's just so incredibly shitty. Because, like, you cannot make an informed decision on whether or not you want to know the information. So you cannot make an informed decision afterwards. There is something extremely purple. Stranded shackles. What are those? We got a stranded something else before. Mysterious items valuable only to the most curious merchant. Shackles from an unknown smooth material. Stranded necklace, stranded shackles. Except I didn't have a look at them before I picked them up. It's in the medical bay. Thought this was inaccessible, computer. Look, I'm accessing it. What is in here? What is the point of being able to be in here, game? What I would like is just a big supply chest full of metal shards. That's what I'd like. I just didn't even think about how many metal shards I'd need for this. I just bought that warbow. And, like, just had enough shards for the warbow. where I came from. Oh, supply chest. Oh no, it's more medicine. Am I fully healed? I am. Okay. I mean, medicine might be useful. We might be meleeing a Deathbringer. Today might be the day I die to a Deathbringer because I have to melee it.
Intruder! Get her!
Oh.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
That's the plan, Silas. Okay.
Face the sun's judgment.
Oh, that did absolutely no damage.
Something broke. Don't let up.
Crap.
Guide this through the heart of my foe. Kill me. Can't take another no more. Coming back for you. Let this fail the enemy. Losing blood.
Okay, that guy's dead. I would like not to die. Crap. Okay. Oh, ow. And I got too close to him. Okay, so that's continuing on. Ooh, 46 metal shards. Extra shards. No, I don't need a fire striker. No, thank you. I want to loot this man's body, please.
No, this thing's dangerous.
No, we're gonna set this down here so I can loot this man's body. Where's the other man? There he is. Okay, so the resource supply boxes might have some stuff in them too.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
I don't like Travis Tate. Not a fan.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Her I like. She seems cool. Ooh, stuff. These be metal shards? No? No? Okay. That's fine. There. At the point.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
I like Tom, too. Is this where I just was? That's where I was, wasn't it? This is the door I came through. Oh yes, because this is the hallway that I fought the gentleman in. What is this? Oh, 2 metal shards?
No space.
Okay, how many shards do we have now? We have 166. Okay. We're doing better. Health potion. Yeah, we need those. Okay. Can I disassemble the fire spitters? No? Okay. Anything on the HUD? No. Okay. Oh, settings for nearby hololock.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Okay. Let's do that in a second. Oh, is this one upside down? Folks, you installed this one upside down. Oops.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out. Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay?
Stop. We're okay. We're okay. We've heard it. Thank you. This episode has just been absolute mood whiplash. Absolutely just... It's just all over the place.
There's a part missing.
Yeah, there is.
Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Okay, let's just do this one first. Counterclockwise. Up. Counterclockwise. Down. And to the right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Okay. But we gotta go do the other one. So we gotta find some sort of storage. Oh. That's not it. Gotta find another battery. Because we don't want to use the cool Iron Man batteries. climb up there? Can I climb up here? Oh, can I climb? Climb? No? Okay. Okay, alright, let's see what I can find out here. I can put it in backwards. Okay. What is over here? Can I find a battery? Aha, a ladder. Ladder. Where's the ladder taking me? Oh, it's taking me up. Exactly where I wanted to climb to. There's a battery.
Looks intact.
Oh, emitter. Ooh, what's over here? What's over here? 3 metal shards. Metal burn, metal vessel, blaze, wire. Okay, so 6 chill water, 1 metal burn, 44
I'd have to
ridgewood.
leave something else behind.
Alright, so that's at least a little bit more supplies. Now I have 203 metal shards. Knock on wood, that's enough. So I'm just assuming there's a Deathbringer fight at the end of this. I'm just assuming. Or there's like a big Eclipse fight.
That should do the trick.
And then this one is backwards.
Let's get that door open.
So this one actually points down. This one actually points to the left. This one points up. This one points to the right. And this one points down.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
What lies beyond it is probably Metal Devil. Oh, it's the door behind the fellas. That's where we were going. Okay.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. 2nd floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna...
Eyes on me,
Oh, shit! I can't stealth strike that man. Alright. I'm on fire, it's fine. How many are there? Not that many. Okay, so we just got one more over there. One more guy over here. Maybe if I can convince them I don't exist, I can sneak up on him. Where are you looking, bud? Fuck. Okay. Oh, ow. Rude. Ow. Rude? Rude? What do you have? Give it to me. I think you'll find that I can, actually. Okay, is that everybody? It's not sounding like it's everybody. Holy... Oh, okay. No wonder it's not sounding like it's everybody. Because it's very much not everybody. Okay.
Get out of the line of fire. Gotta be around here somewhere.
Okay. Is that your head? No. Okay.
You can see them. They can't see you.
No, he can definitely see me.
That's the last
Okay.
of
H-lock structural failure. Repeat.
them. Or not.
What does that mean? Oh god. Alright. Okay, whatever that is, I want it. Got an idea.
This is it for you.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
No, I have to loot all these folks. Okay, let's explore this room first. Okay. What all is in here? They had Deathbringer guns. That's what they were shooting me with. That's what I grabbed from that guy. Okay. Okay, I don't think there's any... Oh! Water! Poseidon!
Alert. Area inaccessible. Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
Oh, that was Apollo. The focus is Apollo.
Alert. Structural failure prevents access.
Okay. Guy is upstairs. Water. That's the door I came in. Okay, let's go in here.